Asteroid City is out now, a new Wes Anderson film that stars Scarlett Johansson and Tom Hanks, Jason Schwartzman, Edward Norton, a huge cast. And I went out and saw it, and I got to tell you that I enjoyed the film. I know that it's not going to be for everybody, though. It's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, where you're going to be sitting in the theater going, what's going on here? What's the point of this scene? It's going to be one of those. It's very art house. It's very stylized. It's one of those movies where, well, almost every frame of it could be a Polaroid or a postcard or something. It's got good production values. Cinematically, I thought it was really good. Steve Carell, Liev Schreiber, as I said, the cast in this is fairly extensive. We start off and we mostly follow Jason Schwartzman's character there, and he does a good job. So what's this movie about? That's tough to answer. Let's see what the synopsis reads. Following a writer on his world famous fictional play about a grieving father who travels with his tech-obsessed family to a small rural asteroid city to compete in a junior stargazing event, only to have his worldview disrupted forever. So, you guys got that? You know what that means? It's kind of like very convoluted. Following a writer on his world famous fictional play about a grieving father. So it doesn't say that there, but Edward Norton plays the writer, and it's narrated by Bryan Cranston. So he comes in like a little bit on the side and sets up scenes for you. You got like title cards that block out Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 with scene bunches and stuff like that. So as I said, it's very, very heavily stylized. Just to continue flushing out the cast, acting is good. The acting in this, everybody brings it, and they do a great job doing difficult dialogue. This dialogue is not easy to pull off. So if there was a weaker actor handling this material, it would be very high schoolish. But because of the weight of the talent behind this, Jason Schwartzman, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Jeffrey Wright is a pleasure to watch in this one as well. But Edward Norton, Bryan Cranston, Oh, that was Rupert Friend as Montana? Maya Hawke shows up in this, Sophia Lillis. It's got a lot of famous people in it, Liev Schreiber. And I said in my initial reaction, it felt like it was just like a collection of a group of scenes of thoughts that are involved in this backdrop of like this alien coming down to Asteroid City. Basically what happens is that, there's this convention out there, but a real alien shows up and they get all quarantined in Asteroid City. And that's pretty much what the movie is sort of about. Like there's other narratives going on in the background where, you got these smart kids trying to outthink everybody, creating the fantastical. But as I said, Wes Anderson, this is full of his flavor and his style. There's like lots of inside jokes, breaking of the fourth wall, kind of winks and nods of, you guys know what we're talking about, right? You know what we're talking about, that kind of thing. But it was a pleasure to watch. It was a pleasure to watch these actors and of this caliber come all together. It's like Jason Schwartzman just like embodies this character where you're like, right up off the bat, he's going to be like, I'm on board with what this guy's doing. But there's other scenes where it's like Bryan Cranston, Adrian Brody there on set, and they use black and white in some of this on the part of the scenes where it's like you're seeing it like a play, and that's what happens here. Is that it feels very much like a play that's been filmed for the big screen. That's what it feels like, because this could be easily transformed into a play because of just the setting, and you can see that in the style of like the sets and stuff. Like it's very this could be just like flies that come in like with the houses and stuff like that. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, but I don't think it will be for everybody. I think people will come out of this going like, all right, what was that about again? Do I need to watch it again? I don't know. And that's the way I sort of feel about it, but I enjoyed it. Some people will come out of it and be like, do I need to watch that again? What was it about? I don't care. I hate it. That's what people are going to be feeling about Asteroid City. So let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying. 76% by the critics, 62% by the audience. So the audience isn't liking this as much. As I said, it's heavily influenced with Wes Anderson, and it feels like he was just let off the leash to have fun and play and make this playground. Richard Roper says Wes Anderson's icy, affected style infects a parade of A-listers. Asteroid City, the latest from Wes Anderson, is a true achievement from one of America's most unique cinematic voices. Okay, so let's take a look at someone who didn't like it. Late in the film, much of the cast breaks the fourth wall to chant, "You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. Falling asleep won't be a problem if you go see Asteroid City." Falling asleep won't be a problem if you go see Asteroid City. So some people don't like the fourth wall breaking there. Yeah, they do break the fourth wall. It's very, very artistic, very hipster, some people may say. And that hipster mentality invites the word that I don't like to use, woke, because a lot of people don't understand that term. They don't even know what it means when they use it. It's just being used to say something, to label something that they don't like. Oh, I don't like this, so it's woke. It's like, you don't understand what that word really means, do you? And you don't even know the origins of it. Don't come at me with that. But it does have that potential to be in there with that. I don't think so too much, though. It didn't offend me on that way. Roger Moore says, who didn't like it, says, if a tree falls in the woods, would anyone hear it? What? What? Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I do want to read other bad reviews here, because I want to get a bit of a range here. Asteroid City has a lot going on, and the more Wes Anderson fan you are, the more you will enjoy it. It's pure Wes Anderson, for better or worse. Yeah. So that's somebody who didn't like it. But I said that in the opening, guys, that it's very heavily stylized. And you have to know that. Brilliantly idiosyncratic. I didn't want it to end. Well, unfortunately, I did. The runtime was not too much of an issue for me, though. It was just getting to the point where I was beginning to check my watch. An hour and 44 minutes where I was like, okay, where are we going here? Wrap this thing up. And it did. It just came in under the cusp, or if it was anything longer than that, though, I would have been like, guys, don't get too bloated. So he didn't suffer from the same fates that Ari Aster did with Beau Was Afraid, with a 3-hour film. You can't do that, because this avoided that problem that Beau Was Afraid had. It didn't have the runtime, but it did feel long at points where it's kind of like, towards the end, I felt like it was a little bit rushed. James, you are a Scarlett Johansson fan. Oh yes, I am a Scarlett Johansson fan. How was she in it? She was good. I liked her. It wasn't her best performance, but as I said, a lot of that had to do with the dialogue. The dialogue in this is not easy to pull off. It's not convincing. It's very choppy. It's very comic book-esque, like small sentences. And it's taken with a little bit of a perspective from the writer's point of view. So it doesn't feel like, if that was really happening, it doesn't feel like that would be the natural dialogue. It does feel scripted. There, I'll concede that. The movie feels very, very scripted. But because of the actors pulling it off and the talent behind it, they make it sing, they make it work. There you go. That's what I'll say. Asteroid City works. So, what would I give it as a rating? Well, I don't think I would be quite as harsh as, say, the audience. I don't think I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but Oh, 7.5 out of 10, like the critics. Do I fall in line with that for Asteroid City? Because it's not a terrible film. It does have a lot of enjoyment in it. But as I said, it's not for everyone. In fact, that's what I'll say as well. 7.5 out of 10 for Asteroid City. What do you guys think? Did you go out and see it? It didn't fare all that well at the box office. It came in its debut weekend just just under the fifth spot, in the sixth spot, um, in its wider opening, but it's only 1675 theaters, so 9 million. It hasn't had a whole wide release, but I don't know if this will have ever be like that big blockbuster kind of style feel. But that's it for me, guys. What did you think? Did you watch Asteroid City? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. All right. Oh, Asteroid City. What did? Yeah. Um, there was a thing with the Roadrunner in there too that I think he was trying to make a little bit of fun for, like the Roadrunner and Coyote kind of thing. But yeah, Bryan Cranston in this. It was good to see that too, because you know that he said that he was going to retire soon, and he was going to begin to wind down his career here. So every time that we get to see Bryan Cranston on screen, he does have some laughs. There's laughs in this. It just sometimes takes a little bit long to get there. All right.